Welcome to the Wuxing Long Pai Tai Chi class. For those of you that regularly join me in my weekly classes in Harvard or Clinton or Berlin, welcome you. I hope you guys come along and enjoy me in this process and enjoy joining me in this process. We're going to do a usual, just like the usual class format where we've just got a good solid warm up. We do some standing. We'll probably continue on with the 7 posture standing Qigong. That seems to be a popular one with a lot of students, simply because it's easier to stay into the posture when you're moving the positions around a little bit. So hopefully you guys will all find that enjoyable. Looks like we've got more people joining us, so that's fantastic. Why don't we just get started, and as more people join us, they can just jump on in. So we start feet, usual shoulder width and parallel in the basic Jianzhuang stance. We're going to open up the center line a little bit, try to relax the arms down, get a really good central chi structure operating from the center. We'll begin with just a nice slow bouncing expansion first, just to get a feel of our space and our movement. Inhale and expand. Exhale and return. Inhale and expand. Really working with that sense of expanding from the center outward. And we'll go right into bouncing. And some counter swing. I find that during this time, I'm not doing as many classes as I normally do. Normally most days I do 3, sometimes even 4 classes in a day, in addition to my home practice. So with all of this and my working with homeschooling my son, and just finding myself doing a lot more activities around the house, cleaning, prepping, getting my garden ready, which is giving me some physical activity. But I'm getting a little less of this concentrated Qigong and Tai Chi practice that I'm used to. So I find that when that happens, I can do, if I do a little bit longer on these warm-ups, these counter swing warm-ups particularly, it really makes a big difference. Because, I'm used to getting it like 4 times a day. Now I'm only getting it like 3 times a day. I've got my morning routine, and then I've got, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I've got this stream. But the rest of the week, I've got the live stream daily at lunchtime Qigong. That's just a half-hour class. So those of you that are familiar with my hour-long classes, it's short, it's nice, it's a great Qigong workout. But when you're used to doing 4 to 6 hours of practice in a day, getting 3, it's a big difference. I'm noticing a difference. So I'm now trying to find some ways to squeeze in these little practices. I hope you guys are all staying healthy, calm, and finding ways to occupy yourself in positive, life-affirming practices. We'll go to column swing. Just keeping things loose, the shoulders loose particularly. But in this, I'm always paying attention to these right and left channels as I bounce and swing. Even when I'm pushing here, I've got that slight outward rotation of those right and left channels, just pushing out and then dropping in and down. And rotating the other way. So now they're rotating this way as I come around. And then alternating. And then counter column swing. Move forward a little bit so I don't hit that screen behind me. And we can work with just being loose first. And then adding in a little energy. And rotating out. And when I'm rotating back, I'm rolling the palm, opening back so it opens up the upper chest. Just a reminder. You guys might be able to see my parrot over there on the left. She's going to probably get loud while we're doing this. She does that sometimes. She probably wants to join me over here. And I like to work with this rotation where the arm curls up. And you can see this rotational curl here, like I'm rotating just past the center line and curving. And in the back, I've got a pressure back here, and backwards at the same time. And back to just that loosening, just nice and loose. And close. Now we're going to work on our 7 posture standing Qigong. So you get a good basic Zhuang stance again. Make sure you're in the triangles of the feet, exactly where you want to be. The weight's kind of playing around between that fulcrum point and the bubbling well point. Activating the toes, reaching out, letting them relax, naturally grasp with the feet. Tailbone extends down, torso is long and open, and we gather the chi. We press the palms down, open up the spine and torso, roll the arms out. When the hands go up, shoulder blades go down. I like to take this opportunity to really work with these right and left channels and the feel in here on each side and that rotational power and just really draining them downward to allow the spine to open up and the weight to really drop into the legs, extending that tailbone down. And relaxing those shoulders. Just keep relaxing the shoulders. Opening the hip and torso. You know, it's around the ball and socket joints that you really want to focus that letting go process. And then the spine. Now we let the arms go out and down to the sides, just nice and slow. We're trying to bring the shoulders back and the palms out as much to the side as we can. I'm constantly moving, but I'm just trying to move really, really slow. The palms turn towards each other. We gather the Qi to Tianmo, so we inhale up. Bring the Qi to Tianmo, into the upper dantian and down. From here, we turn the hands so it makes that triangle without the fingers touching. We press down and out. When we get up to around the level of the chest, we sink and catch the weight into the arms as though we're catching something. And lift up to the level of the mid-eyebrow. Now, from where you're looking, it looks like my hands are higher than my head, but they're not. They're literally right at that mid-eyebrow. It's because the camera's a little bit lower. So don't be up here. We want to be right in here. Relax the shoulders down, relax the elbow. Weight comes in. It's almost like it's suspending into the torso. We open the back, the Ming Men, the sacrum between the shoulder blades, all the way down the legs to the feet. Elongate the spine. Get a powerful Zhongding, that central equilibrium of the energy going up as you extend the top of the head upward gently, and you relax into gravity downward. Remember, we're trying to get the eyes to turn inward and look at the energy, shape, and contour the body. It's a frame. We got this mental framework of the right and left channels, the central channel, and all the meridians that surround it, the yin channels that come up the leg and into the torso, flow out through the insides of the arms, the yang channels that flow from the outsides of the hands and arms under the head, and down and around the back and outsides of the body. And we're just paying attention, letting our awareness kind of observe all of it, and just letting our mind get a clear mental picture of what we're actually experiencing. Like if it's Like if I'm tight over here or down here, how does my mind render that imagery? By feeling. And then we just try to connect that part of the mind that creates visual mental representations to the physical experience. This is very powerful internal Qigong, Shen-Gong work. And then the elbows go out to shoulder width and down, sweeping the hands down slow. All the way down. Gather the chi again up to Tianmo. Into the upper dantian and down. And gathering the chi in the chest. As though we're going to do Wuji or hold the tree. Come around. And we bend the elbows. The fingers are roughly around the base of the throat and extend the elbows out. Remember, the energy is going out and down. Down the right and left channels and outward through the elbows to open up all of this. Trying to open up the energy through here, this upper chest and into the neck. That frees up the energy of the thyroid and the thymus. And opens up the energy between the middle dantian and the heart center. And the upper dantian and the mind. The upper energies. Relaxing through those right and left channels particularly. Notice where holding happens and just give enough attention to it that you're just helping it to open up. Always paying attention to the whole too. Don't get so wrapped up into fixing something that you become a fixer. Because oftentimes we don't have the perspective to know how to fix. What we want to do is create a very clear intention of opening and relaxing. A strong, stable structure. And then just always give one part of your awareness to the whole, to the feeling of the whole self. That calm and relaxed, centered and grounded, whole and complete and alive and lively feeling. The sense of the sphere of your personal space and coming from your center all the way through, and how whatever you're doing is interacting with that whole. And then whatever part you're working with to open up is opening into that whole and harmonizing with it. And then press down as though you're just guiding the chi down those right and left channels. Gathering the chi. Pressing down to the dantian. And then hold the tree or wuji. Chi into the middle dantian. Pressing down to the lower dantian. Bring the hands out. And as though we're doing Tai Chi beginning, we expand up. And bring the hands down, palms parallel with the ground at the level of the solar plexus. Dragon claw, slight dragon claw position. Press down with your whole body as though you're holding something down with your hands and your body weight. Keep that Zhongding, that central equilibrium, extended up. And we're just pressing down as though holding something down. Nice and relaxed. Just keep that downward pressure. This is a each one style of training where we learn to create an intention and activate, but still relax and maintain our basic structural integrity, our basic principles of Tai Chi. Press down. Letting your awareness move from that solar plexus down to the lower dantian, all the way to the pelvic floor, through the legs, through the feet, as though pressing all the way into the ground. And gathering the chi at the lower dantian. Drawing into the dantian. pressing all the way down through the feet. We'll notice I rotate the elbows back, the arms back, hands along the sides of the body. I press down with Lao Gong. I press down with the bowing ball point. I activate the Hui Yin point at the pelvic floor. I extend that Zhong Ding, that central equilibrium, up strong. So the right and left channels are pressing down and the central channel is drawing up. And relax down. Gathering the chi. Shake it out. Take a moment just to shake it out a little bit. All right. We'll go through the rest of our loosening exercises now. Loosening the hands, wrists, and fingers. And then the other way. Adding in the elbows. Remember, this always has the feeling of the whole body, so I'm sort of expanding from my center as my hands go out. So it's a miniature version of the expanding sphere. Just learning to do this through different actions. And the other way with the elbows. And then the shoulders, fingertips together. Shoulder blades down as your hands go up and out. Sometimes, rather than just rotating the hands outward right away, when I come up, I'll turn the palms back, lift the chest, really open up the upper chest, punching the back a little bit to really open up here as well. So those thumbs are rotating back. And then we rotate back into the other way. And reverse. We come up, fingertips towards each other, palms out, opening up those back of the shoulders and down. And fingertips together. opening and closing the chest, patting the shoulders. Notice I'm alternating which one's hitting high, which one's hitting low, because I want to activate through here particularly. The small intestine channel comes right through here, and it tends to jam up right in there pretty easily where the rhomboids and teres attach. And then here I also want to get the upper deltoids. Nose. Triple warmer channel, particularly right in the middle here. And then shake the arms out. Move forward a little bit so I don't hit my screen again. We're going to do a shift and turn. So we want to shift and turn, but we want to make sure our weight never goes past that triangle of the foot, and we never let our knee go outside. This is not a very big movement. It's just a small back and forth, but trying to keep the bowl of the pelvis upright so that it doesn't tip or tilt and I don't kick my hip out as I do this. But the whole column, the column of the body from the pelvic floor all the way up just stays upright like a column and shifts back and forth in a turn. And then I just let my hands pat. So I usually start right around the waist, right here, or the ball and socket joint of the hip in the front and in the back. I'm hitting this, or the sacrum and low back all come together. And that sends a vibration down into those joints. All of this is being driven by the center. So this shift and turn from my center. My arms just follow, and I let them go. And I let my hands slowly work my way up the torso. And then up onto the shoulder and chest. Underneath the collarbone, right to the thyroid and thymus. The thyroid is up in here, thymus is down in here, right in between them, vibrating right below this collarbone. Hand in my back. My hand in my back is getting my new men here in the low back. And I come down the center line of your solar plexus. Mid back, lower dantian and Mingmen. Ready to the ball and socket joints of the hips. I'm going to widen my feet now. Drop into this. This is the one where I'm going to, as I shift to this side, I'm going to press gently down with this leg and try to pull that ball and socket joint open a little bit as I rotate through. I pull this side and I rotate back. So you can see this from the side. So I'm opening up. But I'm not doing this with my hips. I'm not tilting my pelvis back and forth. I'm trying to keep that parallel. Then I go the other way. Always with a gentle pressure, not too hard, but just a gentle pressure down and a draw open to really stretch this inguinal muscle here. Back up, shake out the legs. Now we pat the legs. Working your way down. And friction rubbing the knee. And we go to the other side. Friction rubbing the knee. I think I haven't noticed that there's a lot more of you now that the standing is over. I can see how many of you are on there, so a bunch of you guys didn't want to do the standing. I got you. It's okay. I understand. I didn't like it when I first started either. All right. And knees together. We make small circles with our knees. And then the other way. And deep bends, keeping the feet flat on the ground. My heels stay down here. And I'm trying to keep my center line as upright as I can, looking up. Ooh, I'm losing my, hold on, I'm losing my mic in the back here. I gotta fix it. I don't want it to pull off the wire and then suddenly you guys won't be able to hear me. What is going on here? There we go. And shake out the legs. Rotating. This is that one where the ball of the foot's on the ground and I'm rotating the ankle and hip. Remember, this leg is soft and buoyant, never locked, always slightly weighted. And then the other way. And foot and ankle. The other way. Brushing the grass. This is the one where the foot is just off the ground, brushing in a circle. I didn't set my camera back far enough today. I'm sorry about that. And the other way. And behind. Remember, when we're behind, we want to keep that heel flat. We want to make sure we're not pointing our toe down, but the foot is flat as it comes back. And then the other way. Bring the leg up. And hold it. Bring it out to the side. And hold. I'm going to kick that screen if I go there. So once I'm here, hold. And then I bring it back. And hold. And I'm just going to bring it through. Up. Bringing it up to the chest. Holding the leg down, press the knee down, and the hip forward. Bringing the knee back. And we're bringing it in front. Rotate the hip open. This is about using my glutes to press forward and out towards the knee and rotate the leg open. On the other side. And the other way. Foot and ankle. The other way. Brushing the grass. Foot parallel to the ground, just over the surface. And the other way. Out in front, making a circle sort of out front corner here. And then the back corner, heel down. Keep that heel down, foot flat, parallel to the ground. And then the other way. Bring the leg up and hold it. Out to the side. And then back. I'm so afraid I'm going to kick my bird. Once we're there, we come up, bring it through, bring it up to the chest. Trying to turn doing that is not ideal. Knee down. Stretch back. And through. And around. I'm going to just roll that hip open. Using my glutes to extend my knee and rotate the leg open. And relax, shake it out. Stretch the hamstrings briefly, press the knees back, elongate the spine, flatten the back, and press down. You want to go all the way down as low as you can, keeping your spine long. Then we're going to turn to one side, like so, keeping everything long and the spine straight, and look back. And the other side. Two dragons circle the pond. So I'm going to take my back hand and reach back and down. Take the front hand and reach out to the side and out. And sweep in a circle. Back and forth. Keeping the spine long, the legs straight. Back to the center. We're going to drop into a squat stance. Feet stay flat on the ground the whole time. Don't let the heels come up. Only go as low as your body can, keeping the heels down. Try to make your spine long. And press up with the legs. And roll the spine up from bottom to top. And dragon spine. Just getting that serpentine articulation. Now in the abdomen, what we can do is we can get our abdominal muscles to roll like our back is, and that starts to get a nice organ massage to the abdominal organs. It's hard to see. And then relax. My wire's getting all discombobulated here. And shake it out. All right, that's our warm-up. Now, what I'd like to do today, since we oftentimes don't get this chance to do it here or do it in class in this format, is to work on the swimming dragon section of the form. It's perfect because there's not a lot of stepping in this section of the form, of the long form that we do. All right, so if you're not familiar with it, just follow along as best you can. Don't worry about it. What I'll do is I'll try to work on describing pieces as we go along. I'm going to tilt the angle down a little bit and try to move that back just a little bit so you can see a little bit more of my legs and feet, because the feet here are super important. Hope I'm not knocking anything off on the other side. There we go. Now you can probably see my feet. At least mostly. And you'll see when I turn them, I'll try to describe them too. So we're going to take it from, we'll start at this position here, which is coming in from another section. Okay. It's sort of like 1, 2, 3, 4 major sections, and I teach them in groups. And this is the sort of last piece of the long form that we do. So this one starts with the hands here, and we're going to sink, the arms come down. This is dragon stretches his wings. We come down, we shift into the right leg, turn the left. So you can see my foot turning. Come down and press. Turn and look back, extending that heel, stretching the back leg. And then we come back up. Notice this one rotates back, heel down. Foot comes up and expands. And then it sinks back in. And turn and look back. And dragon lashes his tail. We turn. Weight stays here. Pick the leg up. And back. And power the motor. We come over the top, and then straight down. White egg presents the fruit. We press with this leg, receive. This right leg is going to turn inward slightly. So press, pull down. I'm pressing with the forearm now. Foot down, press and extend. Up, in. Notice both feet are now slightly inward. Down. Turn the right foot. Turn back to the front. Foot comes down. Press. And then white crane kicks with one leg. I'm going to move just so I don't kick that. Here we bring the foot up. Notice I come up and then down, sinking into the left leg. And kick. Butterfly touches the water. I sweep to the right, over the top, press down. When I come up, right hand comes to the waist, left hand to the shoulder. Green dragon stirs the waves. Kick, press down, right hand presses out back here, and the right hand comes out. Step, turn the foot, elbowing left and right. Elbow left, press, elbow right, split, and grasp the arm. Press. Turn that left foot in. Pull back, turn back, and look at the moon. Foot down. Come onto the ball of this foot. Turn and look back. Fair lady threads the shuttle. This comes back, heel comes down, arm comes across. Sit. Turn the left foot and press. Passing clouds. Sweep right. Sweep left. I turn that left leg straight out and long uppercut. Hammer fist. Dragon sweeps the sky. Double uppercut. 1, 2. Double elbow. Shaking out. Split. And grasp the arm again. Turn that foot and press. Turn and look back at the moon. 2 dragons passing. This time the right hand stays low. And open. And white egg presents the fruit to the other side again. Green dragon stirs the waves. Now we're just going to kind of flow because you're going to see this is a repeat just to the opposite side. I'm sorry, this is a white crane kicks with one leg. In, kick with the left. Sweep left. Butterfly touches the water. Green dragon stirs the waves. Elbowing right and left. Elbow right. Elbow left. And split. Grasp the arm. Apply the pressure. Turn back and look at the moon. Fair lady threads the shuttle. Passing clouds. Into long uppercut. And hammer fist. Dragon sweeps the sky. Notice palm stays up. double uppercut, double elbow. I'm putting pauses in for you to see in the flow of the form. It doesn't happen. Split and grasp the arm. Turn and look back at the moon. Two dragons passing. And close. And that finishes off the form. Like I said, that's the last section of it. And what I'd like to do is, without kind of slowing down or stopping or trying to talk too much about all the details, I'd just like to flow through it again for those of you that are well versed in it and familiar. And those who aren't, just follow along as best you can. And this whole sequence has got a lot of twisting and turning. It's really about mastering that up-down rotational energy and all the different ways your body can utilize the coiling dragon energy in different movements. And you'll see. So we start with, and I'm going to narrow my stance a little bit from what I normally do. I usually do these fairly deep stance. I'm trying to do them a little bit narrow so I don't kick anything in the house. And, you know, changing your stance is always a good practice anyways. It lets you kind of see it from a new angle. Notice where, you know, when you change your stance from wide to narrow or from narrow to wide, it reveals things you didn't know about because you get used to it from a different position. So it's always a good idea to play around with it. And so we've got dragon stretches his wings. I'll just say the names of the forms. Dragon lashes his tail. Power of the immortal. Whitey presents the fruit. White crane kicks with one leg. Butterfly touches the water. Green dragon stirs the waves. Split and grasp the arm. Turn and look back at the moon. Fair lady threads the shuttle. Passing clouds. And uppercut. Hammer fist. Dragon sweeps the sky. Double uppercut, double elbow. Split and grasp the arm. Turn and look back at the moon. Two dragons passing. Whitey presents the fruit. White crane kicks with one leg. Butterfly touches the water. Green dragon stirs the waves. Elbowing left and right. Split and grasp the arm. Turn and look back at the moon. Fair lady threads the shuttle. Passing clouds. Sweeps the sky. Double uppercut. Double elbow. Split. And grasp the arm. Turn and look back at the moon. Two dragons passing. And close. Sure. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining me. If you'd like to make a donation so we can continue to do this as long as we need to, and go to my coffee page. That's ko-fi.com/Occidental Taoist. I also have a live stream daily show on my Facebook page. That's facebook.com/Occidental Taoist. And there it's from noon to 12:30. I do a daily Qigong for half an hour. We do a very light warm up, maybe 5 minutes. And then I just do a different Qigong, or sometimes 2 different Qigongs each day. Over repetition, we sink into a bunch of different ones. So eventually you'll get all of them down, because I don't plan on stopping that anytime soon. I also have another live stream that's going to be starting up this Wednesday. That's for HMEA, which is an organization here in Massachusetts that works with autistic children and adults to help them become more able. They've got a virtual 5K, the Incredible 5K, Incredible, because the whole thing is about helping people with various developmental disabilities become more able to pursue their dreams, both as children and eventually as adults. And it's a fantastic organization. It's all a fundraiser for them. So you can join me on there too. That is on Facebook. The name, like the web address, it's got a bunch of numbers, but if you just put in Afternoon Tea and Chi, you'll find it, because it's Afternoon Tea and Chi with me, the Occidental Taoist. And that way we can help support some of these other organizations that are hit hard from their fundraising needs. They're going to, like I said, they're going to have a 5K, but with the social distancing, they're not doing that. So they're doing everything virtual, and they were looking for different programs, and they contacted me, and I said, absolutely, I'll help you. So let's help them out if we can. And thank you, as I said, thank you all very much. I appreciate you coming and joining me for this class. I'll be here again on Thursday, same time, 10 a.m. for another YouTube live stream. Thank you very much.